And that was Majuma by Adam Solomon on the African Guitar Summit. You're listening now to the Monday Special Blend. I'm Giacomo Panico with you till 9 o'clock this morning. Well, Farm Radio International is an Ottawa-based NGO that helps promote community radio around the world, often to help farmers. This weekend it handed out its annual George Atkins Award, which recognizes rural radio broadcasters for their outstanding contribution to food security and poverty reduction in low-income countries. My next guest is the winner of that award. Rachel Awura Adipo is with the Kenyan NGO Ugunja Community Reserve Center. Good morning, Rachel, and congratulations on receiving your award.
Good morning. Thank you.
So don't be shy. How did you earn this award? What did you do to get this award?
What I did to get the award is that Farm Radio International is a partner to our organization. And through the partnership, I do radio scripts that are shared among sub-Saharan African countries who are also partners with Farm Radio International. And so through the scripts I do, this was an online competition where script writers were invited to do scripts for competition George Atkins Communication Award. And then I did a script about, it was mainly about climate change, coping strategies for the climate change. And I did a script how farmers could prepare for the changing climate.
And so this, I guess, shows the educational role that radio really plays in communities, in a place like Kenya, for example.
So,
I mean, really, the goal was to try to teach farmers how to manage.
Try to teach farmers, not only Kenyan farmers, remember, because the radio scripts are shared amongst sub-Saharan African countries.
Okay.
So the other countries too could benefit from the script. Yeah.
And what does receiving this award mean to you?
It means, I don't know what it means, because it is really big. And when I talk of this award, it like drives me, I don't know what to say, because I feel really joyful about the award. And it makes me proud, just the hands of my work, like I can see the benefits. And because it's not only making only me happy, very many people, like my husband, is very happy, and he was happy with my coming. My organization that I've worked with, and from the little training I got, I'm able to do something and actually win an award. So it is something very great. Yeah.
And take me through when you produce one of these scripts. Is it? It's not something you put out in one night. You've put a lot of work into this. Tell me a little bit about the work that you did and who you talked to be able to develop this script.
So through, for me to have developed this kind of script, normally we do research. So one thing, I go to the internet to get lots of information like facts to support it, because the world we are in is technologically advanced. And considering the local community I stay in, so I must also get the community's view towards climate change and some of the practices that can be got. We also have a community library where I can also do research. So I use the books too. So it is a matter of using the people, that is verbal, then going to the books, reading, then searching electronically, that is via internet. Yeah.
And when you produce the script, is it in a form of really educational, or is there role playing involved in this particular script? Because I know that sometimes that's involved.
It is educative, but how can I make it appealing to the listeners? So all that, the aspects of entertainment is also included in the script. It is educative, but at the end of it, you get entertained. But then you must make the audience think. Always, whether it is entertainment or whether it is educative. So, leave them thinking.
Well, give me an example of something you do that makes it entertaining.
Examples of what make it entertaining? Like, I do the scripts in form of drama.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you can imagine when people are, you're educating, but then you make some kind of joke stuff in between to just make it funny and make people love it.
Keep the listeners glued to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm curious then, the script has been used already It's being used in some other community areas?
Yeah, already it has been
Okay.
used by some other community radios.
And have you gotten feedback? Have they told you how it's being received?
Through voices, yes. Through voices, I've got feedback. And even those who are already using it or those who've already used it, I can't remember and say which community radio used it, but at least I remember reading something about the feedback.
Okay.
Of who are using the scripts.
Now, your community in
Yeah.
Western Kenya doesn't have its own community radio station, correct?
No.
But you're looking to change that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to change that. And currently, I'm one of the task force members who are trying to put in place how we can start a radio station. Yeah, and currently we've got access. We have a license, and we are only waiting to settle the issue of frequency. And then what is also lacking are the equipments to start the station going. But once all that is put in place, I know we'll be on air because we have a lot of information to share with the community. Yeah.
And when you talk about that information you want to share with the community, maybe two topics come to mind that are very relevant. The global food crisis, for example. Is that one that you really feel that the radio station can make a difference for?
Yeah, it can, because actually we get food. In my community, I don't know what other communities, but in my community, food is really a vital thing for everybody. And agriculture is all about food, nutrition, and everything. But you must talk of getting the food before you talk about the nutrient part of it.
And with the radio station, you'd be much in a better position to be able to educate people.
Yeah, in a better position to educate people, many people than the ones we are reaching currently.
And how do you reach people now without the use of radio?
Without use of radio, we have we call them extension officers who go to different community groups, do trainings, and if only we had radio, then we would reach very many community groups, because you find that at times the community groups must register with us, and some people fear registering, or they don't have time to come and register, but they need information. So through radio, you can imagine the number of people we can reach and the kind of feedback we might get, because at times we will allow, of course, call-in sessions.
For questions. And I imagine it can be as simple as just getting the proper weather forecast or knowing when to put your seeds in, that kind of information that farmers are counting on.
Yeah. So I know it will be important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The other issue I'm thinking is very relevant too is we're a year now away from the riots that followed the election in Kenya.
Yeah.
How important in a situation like that, it's something that's unfolding, escalating like that, would a community radio station in your community be?
Following the riots, it was my wish. But wishes are never horses. It was my wish that by that time we would have had a radio station, because my organization had to face the communities. And by that time, the kind of community we come from, it is known nationwide that we are hostile. Yeah, that the community is really hostile. So you can imagine going out, preaching peace, verbally to the community, and you don't know what to face next. So it was really, really hard, but we had to take a lion's heart to do this. And with the radio station, I believe it is it is protected. So if we had a radio station in place by that time, then all these messages we were going out, walking to give or to pass to the youth or any segment, then we would have just sat in the radio station and pass the message to thousands of people, educative messages, and how to keep on keeping